It managed to burn a hole in my glove. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And today is a subscriber recommended video. Dance like no one's watching, yeah. Yes, that's right. I'm gonna struggle with this one, so I'm very sorry. Lasky 380 commented suggesting I should try glass fusing using a microwave kiln, and I thought it sounded really interesting and also for some reason a little bit intimidating, but I'm gonna give it a go, and I have a feeling this is either gonna work really well are going to be an absolute waste of time. But I'm going to try it so you don't have to. Okay, so I bought this little kit on Amazon, I believe. And I'm not entirely sure how to use this or what it's about. So I'm really hoping, for once, that there's going to be some instructions in here. Okay, so we have what looks like a pack with some safety gloves. Safety first. Then we also have lots of different bits of glass and some beads and stuff, like glass beads. And some more bits of glass. And some more bits of glass. Which is obviously what you would expect from a glass microwave kiln thing.
Yes, it is.
Then we have like a little filing thing. Whatever the hell this is. I don't know what this is. I've literally never seen one of these in my life. Maybe it's to like cook glass, I don't know. And then cotton pads, maybe? I'm not sure. Some other stuff. And I don't think they've got instructions. Oh dear. And then I'm assuming this is actually the kiln. Please have instructions inside of here. There's no instructions. What do I do? You can't just give me loads of things like this and expect me to know what I'm supposed to be doing. Give us 1 second, I'm gonna resort to Google.
Once you have your desired look, place the kiln base with the glass into the microwave. Adjusted firing times can be found on the back of Fuseworks glass packaging.
Okay, so after watching a couple of videos and stuff, I'm none the wiser. No, I feel like I've got a good idea of what I'm supposed to be doing, and I also feel like it's very kind of hit and miss and trial and error as to how to get things to work. So I'm just gonna have a piss around and play and see if I can do something with it. So these things, open this up. By the way, this is the base of the kiln, and this is the lid of the kiln. We wanna put one of them on top of there, and then we're gonna build our, I don't even know what I'm making, but I'm building like a little glass thing. We'll use some of these. Well, I'll go for green. That can go on like that. And then I think you just piss around and add some stuff onto here and make like a nice little picture. Dichrotic glass, some confetti glass, some millefori glass, and some glass frit. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll add one of these. Oh, a bit of pink in the middle. I know for a fact this isn't gonna work. I'll be absolutely shocked if it does. And then we'll go for frit and possibly put these like around the outside. Do you think that'll look nice? They did build their little glass things up quite like thick, so I don't think it really matters if the glass is very like thick or anything. Is that actually going to fit on there? Because that glass looks a bit... Oh, it will. Okay. And then we'll add some of these little patterned glasses. One of them in the middle. Oops. And another one there. And then another little one there. Okay, I think I'm happy with that design. I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. I have no idea how that's going to turn out. And that's obviously how thick it is. So we'll see if it's actually going to melt down and fuse together. But I do not have high hopes for this. I really don't. So now what I need to do is just plug my regular microwave in. Oh, hello. Also, I didn't clean my microwave before this, so I don't know what's lurking inside of here. We might find a bean, but don't judge us, I've been busy. That doesn't look too bad. It does smell like soup. Okay, and then in that goes, and then that on the top. And then I'm going to set this away for 3 minutes and hope that it does something and also that it doesn't explode. I don't know, I feel very scared of this. Right, 3 minutes, here we go. And now we just wait. So we're nearly a minute in and it hasn't kind of sparked or done anything scary. It doesn't sound dangerous, so I don't think it's going to explode, which is always a nice sign. And I think the whole purpose of this as well is that you're supposed to use the glass that you end up getting from this and make like jewellery pieces and just like, I don't know, little decorations with it. But knowing my luck, this isn't going to work anyway, so we won't get to that step. Not that I know how to do that step because it hasn't provided any bits that you're actually supposed to make stuff with. with. It's not a very good kit, and I spent a lot of money on this as well. But that's fine, I'll shit away my money, so you don't have to. Oh, but saying that, I forgot to tell everyone, the other day I won £140 on the lottery. 140 quid, the most money I've ever won on the lottery. Couldn't believe it. I think I matched like 4 numbers. So close to being a millionaire. But 140 quid, not bad. I bought something with that £140, which you'll see, hopefully, at the end of this year. It was a pricey purchase, but I think it's going to be worth it. It definitely smells interesting. There's like a kind of earthy chemical smell coming from it. Oh, 7 seconds left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see what's happened. Oh, it's hot. I felt the heat come out of that.
My boots are too low. My butt is...
I'm gonna stick my gloves on. Come here, you. See if you've done anything. Oh my god, I can feel how hot it is through the gloves. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. It's exactly the same as what it looked like when I put it in. I'll give it another 3 minutes. It might be that my microwave's quite weak. And now we just wait again. I love waiting. It's my favourite thing in the world.
Sarcastic cow.
I do like these gloves that they give you in the kit, mind. I feel like a magician. I will say it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. It's actually quite chilled. But I just hope it works, otherwise this video's been a waste of time. All the videos I watched said it only needed 3 minutes in the microwave. It's now going to have 6 minutes. And it's not because of the layers either, because not a single layer of the glass has actually melted or done anything. They're all just intact. Okay, my dinner's ready. Let's check on it. Please have done something. Ah, it's burning the bag. Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh no. Fire. Fire! Ah, it's stuck to us. Oh my god, it's went through the glove. These gloves aren't very good. It's smoking. I've literally just burnt a hole in the glove. This is dangerous. It's just cracked all the glass. Like if you look, nothing's really changed apart from that centre bit of glass has cracked. Obviously all the glass is everywhere. It is absolutely piping hot. It managed to burn a hole in my glove. And then also the little paper bit that you rest stuff on. It's gone all black and burnt. I don't know whether this is a good idea. I really don't. You know what? I don't think I trust this particularly well. I feel like I'm gonna cause a fire, or I don't know, something's gonna like explode in my face and I'm gonna hurt myself. I don't know, I don't get like a really good feeling about it. I feel like this is very, I'm not sure, like a DIY project you maybe shouldn't try. I don't want to put that back in again because, I don't know what to do. I'm just making piping hot glass that's shattering. I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll try a different one without that kind of thing on it. I'll do a much simpler version and see if that works. And then if that doesn't work, I'm giving up. I don't know how to get rid of this though, it's proper hot. Have I got like anything metal to put it on? Okay, attempt number 2. This is opal glass. I'm just trying to think. You must be able to use all the glass for this. Otherwise they wouldn't provide it, would they? And it doesn't say on here anything about not using it or anything. So I need another bit of my like paper stuff. And as you can see, it's completely burned the bottom of my little kiln thing. I'm going to put that one on. And then I'm just going to use a bit of this confetti glass. Bit of yellow there, bit of green, a bit of red. And we'll go for a little bit of purple. Right, that glass is so thin. So if this doesn't work, I don't think it's ever going to work for us. I don't know why. A very simple design, but that's what I've kind of resorted to. Get my gloves on because this is really hot. Alright, and I'll do this for 4 minutes, I think, rather than 3 minutes. And then we wait again. I'm shocked it burnt a hole in my glove. Like, look at the state of that. That's how dangerous this thing is. If that glass had got stuck to us, which it did, and I couldn't get it off, it'd have burned straight through onto my skin. That's why I don't like stuff like this. And I don't trust myself with stuff like this, because I know I'm a very clumsy person who likes to skip steps and stuff.
Sounds about right.
I hope this works though, it has to. There's barely any glass in there. If this doesn't work, I'm either putting it down to the kiln I've bought being shitty, or my microwave not being powerful enough, but it's a microwave, they're all basically the same. And there's definitely no steam or anything coming out of it. I feel like I'm using it right. I feel like all I've done in this video is sit around and listen to a microwave. Right, please work. Or like do something, do anything. Oh, okay, I think this one has fused together, but it just doesn't, it just looks shit. I don't want to touch it or move it or anything because it's piping hot, but all them bits of glass are kind of stuck onto the other bit of glass. But I don't know, I was expecting it to kind of go a bit more melty. I don't really want to put it in any longer. Well, I may as well. You know what, I'll stick it in for another 4 minutes and see if anything else happens, because that just looks boring. It just literally looks like a bit of glass on top of glass. You're getting 4 more minutes, and if you don't behave and do something fun, I'm throwing you in the bin. because they're supposed to go all like melty and create these like really nice jewellery pieces. That just looked like I'd put some sharp broken bits of glass on top of another piece of glass. It didn't do what I wanted it to do, or what I thought it was going to do, or what I'm pretty sure it's supposed to do. I could pretend that I'm like a little bit of food in the microwave. What shall I be? I think I'll be a bowl of beans. That's fun. Or shall I be some vegetable soup? Or maybe it's a bit of old pizza. Ooh, I've just seen inside the kiln bit. It is bright orange. Can you see that orange glow from the top of the kiln? That looks hot. It looks very hot and very dangerous. I'm scared. It never did that before, I don't think. Unless it did and I don't know, I just wasn't aware and wasn't paying attention.
Rings a bell, but just a tinkle.
Come on, let's see what you're like. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh, it is so bright orange. Now that's what it's supposed to do. That is melted glass. This is also really hot. I'm scared it's gonna burn my table. I think I'm supposed to let this cool down now, aren't I? Look at that. Look how hot it is in there. Oh, I'm scared. Right, I'm gonna put this on some metal and we're gonna leave it to cool down, and I'll come back here in however long it takes to cool down and we'll finally see what this has actually looked like. Okay, surprisingly that didn't take as long to cool down as I thought it was going to. Probably about half an hour. And a top tip, if you do end up doing this kiln thing, get like a nice little baking tray and then you can rest all your hot stuff on. But anyway, this should be nice and cooled down now. That's what I've got. I've got like a very melty piece of glass, which surprisingly hasn't cracked, it hasn't broken or anything. The sides are a little bit rough. And then obviously I can go in with this little sanding thing and just kind of get all the sides nice and smooth. And there we have it. You could obviously drill like a hole in the top and create like a nice little pendant or something. Obviously this was just like a little practice thing, but it doesn't look too bad, does it? And one thing that surprises me as well is how robust glass actually is. For some reason I was expecting it to smash and stuff, but there's absolutely like no cracks or anything like that. And I know when you do proper glass work, you usually have to put glass into like this kind of storage area that lowers the temperature very gradually so the glass doesn't smash. Oh, my voice cracked there. But with this one, you don't have to do that. And yeah, I think it's an interesting idea, but I'm not entirely sure whether it's something for me. I don't know, the whole process just feels a little bit janky and a little bit on the dangerous side. It puts me on edge, it really does. I didn't feel comfortable doing this, but I am happy I actually made something. And I'm sure if someone does want to try one of these glass kiln microwave things, you could do some way better things with it if you've obviously got the guts and you've got the nerve to persevere and try some more interesting things. But I don't. I'm a complete chicken. But hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know if the whole microwave glass kiln thing is something you'd be willing to try, or whether it's something you do quite often and you've got any tips for us, because I feel like,
You dumb bitch.
I don't know, I feel like I was doing something wrong or something. It just didn't quite feel right for some reason. Even though I watched videos and it told us to do exactly what I thought I was doing. So I don't know. And if you have any craft ideas you want to see me try on the channel, then feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. And I'll see you next week for a brand new video. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of this. I don't think I'm going to do it again. It's far too dangerous for us. I know if I kept doing this and made more glass pieces, I would end up with a very significant burn.